Hey guys, welcome to the higher time frame strategy update. So this is going to be a video going through the changes that are going to take place with this strategy, as well as the benefits of those changes. So the benefits, we're going to see an increased risk to reward, and this is because we're going to have a smaller stop loss, and therefore we're going to be able to partial quicker and generate a larger return per trade. So faster break evens, this means that we can take our risk off a lot sooner, and this should generate less losses and turn those previous losses into break evens. And we're going to see more trades as well because we're going to be using the 10-minute now instead of the 15-minute for entries. And this allows us to catch more trades because there's more 10-minute change of characters, but it still allows us to have the freedom of trading the higher time frames. So the changes that have been made to the strategy, we're going to now be entering on a 10-minute change of character. So this is obviously, like I said, it allows us to catch more trades, and I found it to work really well. It's a nice balance between the lower time frames and the higher time frames. So break even will now be at 3R. So the stop loss can be moved to break even as soon as price reaches 3R. And I found this to be a lot better than 5R, and especially since we're going to have smaller stop losses, we want to get our risk off soon. And obviously waiting for 5R, it could take a while sometimes. A lot of the time price would reach say 3 or 4R and then go back to stop loss. So 3R I found to work really well. If price reaches 3R and then goes back down to break even, a lot of the time it's going to hit stop loss anyway. So taking the risk off there just really makes sense. Entry will now be at the 5-minute extreme or the sweep. So when we have a 10-minute change of character, then we can then go down to the 5-minute and see if there's been a sweep in there, or we're going to use the 5-minute extreme. So if there's been a sweep, then we can use the 5-minute sweep, or we can go to the 10-minute or the 15-minute for the sweep and see whichever looks the cleanest. So if there's been no sweep there, then we can use the 5-minute extreme. If the stop loss is greater than 5 pips, then we can use 50% of the 5-minute candle. If the stop loss is less than 5 pips, we can use the open of the 5-minute candle. And this allows us to obviously keep the stop loss down. So a lot of the time, you're not going to see a stop loss above 5 pips. It's always going to be either below 5 pips or around 5 pips, like 5 or 6 pips. This is obviously great for risk to reward, as well as obviously getting our risk off quickly. So full TP will now be at 7R. This is good, obviously, if you're working full time. You want to be able to set a TP and walk away. You don't want to be having to manage the trade and take partials. And obviously, if you miss those partials, price comes back to break even, then you've lost out on like 7%. So yeah, I found that obviously through testing, even taking partials at 7R, it doesn't really make a difference to the overall result, because price a lot of the time, once it goes past 7R, it can reach say 10R or 12R. But if you've already taken partials, then you're going to reduce the overall trade size anyway. So I found it to be a good balance between the two. Just full TP at 7R. I found the results to be really good. So some more changes. We're now going to be covering the highs and the lows by less than 1 pip. So previously we covered them by 1 pip, but I found this to not be necessary. It's a bit overboard. So we're now going to be covering the highs for sells by spread plus 0.2. So this means that obviously if the spread is 0.3, then we cover the high by 0.5. And the lows we're going to cover by 0.2 and add the spread to the entry. So you should be adding spread to the entry anyway. So if the spread's 0.3, you'd add 0.3 to the entry and cover the low by 0.2. And obviously this increases the risk to reward and allows us to get the risk off quicker. So counter trend trades, I will now be only trading the retracement. So I'm not going to be taking any other counter trend trades at all, and only going to be focusing on pro trend trades. So this is good because it decreases the discretion there. I know there's a lot of questions around, should we take this counter trend trade? Should we trade from this high or low? And the answer is always going to be no, unless we're trading a pullback. So when we want to see, when price goes past a swing point, we can then look for a pullback on the 15 minute, and we can look for a 10-minute change of character to enter there. Otherwise, I'm not going to be taking a single counter trend trade. It's literally going to be pro trend trade. So the TP for these pullback trades will be at the EQ of the 15-minute range, or 5R, whichever is largest. And yeah, make sure obviously you test this yourself and make sure you understand the strategy fully before implementing it live. If you have any questions, obviously feel free to reach out in the Discord. And the next video we'll be going through showing you how to use this strategy in the live market and going through some testing with you. So yeah, stay tuned and thanks for watching.